Hello, my name is Ethan. This is the Interactive Advanced Concept Presentation 5. Today we are going to be cleaning some pennies. So I have a control here. This is a little bit of water. I have another empty cup here that I will be putting some vinegar and salt into. I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and then we'll kind of talk about everything else that's going on, and then we'll check our pennies out again towards the end. So I have my vinegar here. Pour some of that in there. Some of our salt. Some of that in there. Give it a little bit of a stir. So, kind of show you our pennies here. We have 6 pennies, 3 of which will be going into the water, 3 of which will not be going into the water, and going into the vinegar and salt. This is an example. There are a little tarnish there, some spots all over them. So, like I said, these 3 are going into the water here, and then these 3 are going into our vinegar and salt solution. Alright, so we'll kind of set these over to the side for a moment, and we're going to kind of talk about what's going on. So, what type of reaction do we have? We do have an acid-base reaction, sodium chloride and, the copper oxide and the hydrochloric acid. Neutralization, we're neutralizing the copper oxide with the hydrochloric acid and a double displacement as well. Why is the sodium chloride required? So the chlorine in sodium chloride is going to be used with the acetic acid to form hydrochloric acid. So without the hydrochloric acid, we're not going to have that reaction with the copper oxide. The hydrochloric acid is actually what's reacting with the copper oxide to reverse the tarnish on these pennies. Products of the reaction, we have acetic acid mixing with sodium chloride. I have it all written here as well. So we have acetic acid and sodium chloride forming, what is that again? Sodium acetate and hydrochloric acid. We then have copper oxide and hydrochloric acid forming copper 2 chloride and water. So pretty much what happens with the tarnish on a penny is the copper oxidizes with the oxygen in the atmosphere, and it forms that copper oxide, which shows up on the outside of a penny as a dark tint, couple black spots, some tarnish on there. So that copper oxide is actually what we're targeting, and so we kind of went over what the products of the reaction were and what's reacting. So pretty much what's happening is the penny, the outside layer of the penny, the copper oxide layer, is being dissolved off by that hydrochloric acid and some of just the copper from the penny in general. Alright, so looks like we're about done here. I didn't quite think this one through all the way. I would love to not have to reach my fingers in here, but I guess I'll have to. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Try to dry these off a bit. Alright, so now you can see this penny is much cleaner than what I showed you previously. Same with this one here, there's a little bit of salt on there. Very clean, once more, very clean. Alright, now our pennies that were in water as a control. They are, this side's clean, this side's still pretty dirty. Some of these pennies were a little more clean than others starting out, so it kind of makes it a little difficult, but you can see these ones aren't all that clean there. Alright, so that is our experiment regarding the salt, vinegar, and tarnish on pennies. Thank you.